Welcome to the 8th day of the last Great Conflict series, Worship Time, presented by 144,000 teachers, a school preparing intelligent, educated survivors. On the 8th day of this series, we are now opening key number 7.
The biblical calendar and its 2 divisions and 2 cycles, and the flood chronicle. Key number 7 was researched and produced by 144,000teachers.org. For seminars, conferences, and enrollment, please contact us at 144,000teachers@gmail.com. For further studies, please visit our website at 144,000teachers.org. The Flood Chronicle, found in Genesis chapters 7 and 8, and Josephus and the autumn season. Josephus dates the flood season in the autumn. He says, this calamity happened in the 600th year of Noah's government, in the 2nd month corresponding to October-November Gregorian reckoning, called by the Macedonians Dius, but by the Hebrews Mar Eshban, for so did they order their year in Egypt.
Continuing with synchronism and chronology of the Bible with 457 BC.
Breaking the Code, Times and Seasons, Part 8, Synchronisms and Chronology of 457 BC versus Study. Introduction to Part 8, following Part 2 and 7 of this research on synchronisms and chronology of the Bible. Part 8 is offering the list of synchronisms found in Part 2 and which we have used as well in Part 7 with their biblical dates based on the lunisolar barley harvest calendar.
As we look now into another important study, a new one, New Light in the Mazzaroth, volume number 1. The heavens declare the glory of God. New light in the Mazzaroth, the great controversy, the Creator's character vindicated at last. Prophesied in the Mazzaroth, his works, revealed in the sanctuary, his word. Psalm chapter 147, verses 4 and 5. He telleth the number of the stars. He calleth them all by their names. Great is our Lord, and of great power. His understanding is infinite. Volume 1. The Mazzaroth is divided in 3 books. The sanctuary is divided in the court, the holy place, and the most holy place, and they are connected. As we look further into the decrees, we have the 17th decree, a time to speak. 17th decree, a time to speak unto them and say. And this is what we have received as our order. We have received to go forward and tell the people, speak unto them and say. And this is very important as we might be facing very soon a time of difficulties to speak freely. But the Lord promised that his word will come out of his mouth and it will not return unto him in vain. We want to show you the table of contents and what you are to expect in this study. There is a time to speak. Now is a time to speak. What shall I say, you may ask? Stand in defense of the truth. What is ahead? A storm is coming. Keep the faith given to the saints. And we look at the 2nd decree that we have chosen to present in this series, the 18th decree, there shall be signs. The sign that Christ promised are basically found in the book of Matthew, chapter 24. And we know these are the signs that he speaks about specifically in verses 5 to 8. There shall be a beginning of sorrows, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, which is government against government. And there shall be famines, pestilences, which are pandemics, earthquake in diverse places. These are the beginnings of sorrows. As we look now at, again, the biblical calendar, encouraging you to pass on the link of biblicalcalendarmovement.org. We are believing that this biblical calendar restoration movement will go forward, as this is the unimpeachable calendar. We invite you as well to continue to visit the library of 144,000 teachers, where we have given the calendar for the year 2020 to 2030 as being part of the great movement of this calendar, and also many more beautiful information to find in this library. We have many lessons to learn and many, many to unlearn. God and heaven alone are infallible. Those who think that they will never have to give up a cherished view, never have occasion to change an opinion, will be disappointed. As long as we hold to our own ideas and opinions with determined persistency, we cannot have the unity for which Christ prayed. And that unity is based on truth. Visiting again in the menu, page 1844 in 144,000teachers.org, October 22nd, 1844, restored, based on Daniel chapter 8, verse 14. Unto 2,300 days, then shall the sanctuary be cleansed. We would like to give you a taste of what you can find in this wonderful collection. And as we have shown before, the 6-part series, now we would like you to see the letter of conveyance. It requires to enlarge the fonts because this material is done with a typewriter. It was done in 1939. And this is the letter of conveyance concerning the report of the committee of 1939 on historical basis, involvements, and validity of the October 22nd, 1844 position. And as you read this material, you will find the names of those who participated in this committee in 1939 and what was their purpose and what they achieved by holding this committee. And the result is absolutely amazing as you continue to peruse and study all of the material that we are suggesting for you to look into. This is a piece of gold. Actually, it's more valuable than gold and silver. So we encourage you to continue to study as we are submitting evidence, as in a court trial, of the biblical calendar, the value of it, the true biblical calendar, luni, solar, barley, harvest, new moon, on crescent. All these evidences need to be re-examined in the light of the Great Day of Atonement computation of October 22nd, 1844. For it is so bold, so utterly non-conventional, so potentially upsetting, radically altering the central aspects of the biblical, astronomical, chronological, historical, cultural, economic, and political understanding of most people, it should not be ignored. We intend, through this calendar restoration, to begin a most interesting debate and critical discussion of all relevant issues, for the last great conflict may have just begun. Join us in the next session on date number 9. And until then, may the Lord bless you and cause his face to shine upon you and give you peace. Remember to stay for the rest of the session.